Very good evening, children. Welcome back to computer class. Last class we had started fourth chapter, Introduction to MS Excel 2010. So, in last class we had learned how to open MS Excel, and we learnt about the different components of the Excel window. Now you can see I have already opened MS Excel. Let me brush up with the components of MS Excel window. So let me use this restore button. When I click on restore button, you can see the window becomes small in size, and the same middle button, if I am clicking now, it shows maximize. That means it fits to the size of the monitor screen. And here you can see this is office button. Just besides office button you have quick access toolbar, in which you have save, undo and redo buttons. Okay, and if you come near the control buttons, these are called control buttons. So already I showed you using this middle button, that is restore or maximize. Besides that, you have one more button with a minus symbol. If you click on that, it is minimize. Minimize means it comes and sits on the taskbar. That means temporarily it get closed. Again click on the icon which is visible on the taskbar. You will get the screen back and you can maximize it. And if you are using or clicking this X button, the screen completely get closed. And we also learnt about these tabs. Home tab, menu bar, it is called as menu bar, in which we have home tab, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view. So by default home tab will always be open. When home tab is open, you can see different options related to home tab on the ribbon. This area where you can see all the options related to home tab is called as ribbon. And below the ribbon, here if you see, you can see F7 here. Okay, I'll click on this total. You can see E1. E1 means column E. In the gold color you can see column E, and here number 1. That means my cursor is in column E and row 1. So this cell which is highlighted here where total is written, this is called an active cell, and this cell's address it is showing here as E1. E means in the column E and in the row 1. So this is address bar. And Fx, if you can see here, where when I click on total, total will be visible here. If I am clicking on the next cell, whatever I have in this cell will be visible there. Okay, here if I click, it is showing is equal to sum B3 is to D3. That means it is the cell address. Since I have applied the formula has been shown there. This is called, actually this is called formula bar. This is formula bar. And these cells, these are called as cells. If I click here, you can see a box. Wherever I click, you can see a small box. That box is called as active cell. Why we call this as active cell? Because if I am going to type something, it is getting entered into that cell. That is the reason it is called active cell. Okay, and you can see a scroll bar just at the corner of right hand corner of the screen here. This scroll bar is used to move the screen up and down. Okay, below also you can see one more horizontal scroll bar. See, if I am using this horizontal scroll bar, the page is moving horizontally from right to left or left to right. So this is called horizontal scroll bar and this is called vertical scroll bar. And also we learned in the last class, that is sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, which you can see here. These are called as sheets. Okay, we call MS Excel workbook because when I open MS Excel, this is a book actually, MS Excel workbook, because we have 3 sheets already by default in the book. That's the reason we call MS Excel workbook. So did you understand why we call workbook? Because already by default it has 3 pages. So we call book because we will have many pages in it. The same way here, sheet 1 is there, sheet 2 is there, sheet 3 is there by default. Whenever you open a new MS Excel workbook, it will be having these 3 pages as default. That's the reason we call it as MS Excel workbook. So now you know how to create a workbook. That is, you will open MS Excel as how I have opened, and you are going to type the needed data inside the workbook. That is called creating a workbook. Already I have created a workbook. I have opened the workbook and I have typed something there in the workbook. Now let us learn how to save this workbook. So to save this workbook, you have to click on this office button. Click on office button. You have save as option. Click on save as option. Once you click on save as option, you will get this save as dialog box. Here you have to decide where you have to save this workbook. Now I will decide I want this workbook to be saved on the desktop. Here you can see desktop. I will click on desktop. Now the desktop contents are showing here, and this is a file which I am working already. That is actually a file, we call it as file name area. You are going to give the name. Now I will give a name as test book, or I'll give it as test work. Okay, I have typed test work here and save as type Excel workbook, and click on save option here. Now your workbook is saved with the name test workbook. So your workbook is saved by the name test workbook, which you can see here on the title bar. So this is how you are going to save the workbook or the MS Excel worksheet in the computer. Now let us learn how to open an existing workbook. For that, existing workbook means what the workbook you are seeing on the screen, that is called existing workbook, and we have already saved this book. So to open this page, already it is open, so you will not make any difference if I am again clicking on open or to the same file. So what I am going to do is I will go to office button and take a new workbook, blank workbook, create. So this is how I can open a new workbook. Now what happened, and the old workbook, test workbook, here I am going to close it off. Okay, now it is closed. The earlier workbook what I had prepared or opened and saved it, that is closed. So I have opened a new page, new workbook. From here I want to open that workbook which I have saved. So what is the procedure? I have to click on Office button. I will click on Open option. In the Open option, you will get this Open dialog box again. Here you should know where actually you have saved the workbook. I know that it is saved on the desktop. So click on desktop and you need to search for the name of the file in the desktop. Okay, so I got the workbook which I had saved. The workbook name was Test Workbook. It is there here. Click on it and click on Open. So now the workbook is open. Did you understand how to open? So this is the way you can open the workbook while being on the other fresh workbook. I was on the fresh workbook. From there I opened this old workbook which I had already done and saved it in the computer. Did you understand? Now let us learn how to close a workbook. It is very simple. Now again you have to click on Office button and you can see a close option here. Click on close option. The workbook is closed. So you can see an empty page. This was a fresh page which I had opened earlier. From here I opened the old workbook which I had saved and I again closed the old workbook. So old workbook is closed and the new page still remains. Did you understand? Now it's time for us to learn how to rename to the sheets which we have already there. As I said, we have 3 sheets by default. See here, I have sheet 1 here, sheet 2, sheet 3. Click on sheet 3, keep your cursor on sheet 3 and you have to right click from your mouse. Right click, you will get this menu, pop-up menu. From there you will have to choose rename option. Click on rename option. You can see a black highlight here. That means it is allowing you to type the name which you want. What shall I type? I will type class 1. Okay, so can you see how I can type and rename the sheet? So this first sheet, and click outside. First sheet I have given the name as class 1. Second sheet also, right click and click on rename option. CLASS class 2. Click outside. Third sheet, right click, rename CLASS class 3. So you can see I renamed all the 3 pages with class 1, class 2, class 3. This is the way you can rename the pages. And to add new pages, you can see a small page option here with the page icon. Click on that, you will get a new page, that is sheet 4. Again right click, rename CLASS class 4. So this is the way you can rename and add page, extra page. You can add any number of pages as per your requirements. Suppose if you don't want the page which you have added, you can again click on that page, right click and you can delete. Right click, once you right click you get this pop-up menu. From there you are going to select delete. So you can see the page 4 is deleted now. So the last option in this chapter, what you need to learn is about cell address. See children, to learn cell address, first you should know what is a column. This is a column. And what is row? This is a row. Vertically what you get like this is a column. Horizontal way of drawing lines or table formats, you can call it as rows. So always you can see A, B, C, D here. These are called as column names. This is column D, column E, column F, column A. Okay, and here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 serial number wise you can see there. That is called rows. See, this is a row. Row 2, this is row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, like this. So if I am clicking here, I should know the cell address. Cell address of this cell which is active, this dark color box which you can see here, that is called active cell, and cell address will be there for this. What is the cell address now? In which column it is? It is in column C. And in which row is it? It is in the column row. So the cell address will follow in this way, that is followed by column name and row number. Column name and row number. Column name is C, row number is 3. So C3. C3 is the address of this active cell. You can see in the address bar also it is showing C3 here. Is it clear? So this is how we can identify the address of the active cell. Now what is the address of this cell now? It is in column E and it is in row 5. So what is the address now? E5. Column name followed by row number, that is E5. Okay children, this ends the chapter Introduction to MS Excel. So it was very simple. I hope all of you have understood this lesson. Have a practice looking into the video. Let me catch you in the next class. Thank you.